We will move off into the Defect. Going against one Hexaghost. Options: choose a card, 3 random potions, transform some cards, and a boss relic swap. Paths are pretty terrible. We're always taking 4 combats into our first campfire or elite. I'm gonna go high tempo with the boss relic swap. I know I know I tend to lean towards these boss relic swaps a lot. I like them. They're my favorite thing to do, but in this instance, we really needed the tempo. Did we get there with Runic Pyramid? I mean, potentially. We can build into it. It's not, like, on its own, it's not enough, for sure. Not right now, anyway. These first few floors are going to be not too exciting. Steam Barrier's all right with Runic Pyramid. Just maybe this allows us to take the like an all-for-one 0 cost. I don't want to call it a meme deck because they're legitimate. Compile Driver, I guess. I think the card draw from Compile Driver is just ever so slightly worse. Turbo is super good with Runic Pyramid. But we might just need to take the Doom and Gloom for the upcoming elite fight. We want Turbo eventually. I'll take Doom and Gloom. It's the harder to find card. And we'll look for a Turbo in these lore fights instead. Oh. Okay. Core Surge and a self-repair. Yes to both. We'll take the Core Surge for just a nice big attack early on here. Ooh. Go for the Eyes is exceptional when we have Runic Pyramid too. Yeah, tough call. So now we just kind of need the damage. Like getting Go for the Eyes upgraded is awesome. We want to do that eventually, but I'm going to do the Doom and Gloom for the potential like Tri-Centuries fight or this nerd. Very nice. We can actually block the vulnerable here. This goes to 18, so we have 36 damage. We have to account for 9 next turn. We do that sometimes. We can kind of guarantee the kill with Zap. It causes us to take more damage this turn. Actually, if we have to account for 9, the next turn we can just Zap dual cast Strike. So we always do this. Very, very nice. Hey, he dropped his horn. Well, it's not. It is his horn. That's right. Gremlin Knob dropped his own horn. Very nice. Also, chance at a Beam Cell. Another card that says 0. We have a chance at 3 campfires on the right-hand side and a very late shop. Or we can do 2 campfires and another elite. I think we need the elite. Especially considering how well the Gremlin Knob fight went. Up an explosive potion. A really early hologram. Probably not. Auto shields is okay. Alright, so we fought Gremlin Knob. We're looking to move off into Lagavulin or Tri-Centuries. I think for both of those fights and for the Hexagos, we want to go for the eyes upgraded. Oh, free upgrade. Well, in that case... Core Surge with Beam Cell is so much damage. Maybe just Beam Cell, though. Maybe just Core Surge, though. I was thinking for the Tri-Centuries fight, actually, not for this one. Okay. So we can Beam Cell, Doom and Gloom, Core Surge here, and then we have a Go for the Eyes next turn. I think this is too good to pass up. We actually have Happy Flower for next turn, too. Good stuff all around. Oh, you love to see it. Get a second full block here. I think we'll take 0 damage in this fight. It's 48. You're gonna cry big tears. Why are you gonna cry big tears? Don't cry the big tears. Is it bad? I feel like every once in a while... See, here's what I don't understand about almond milk, is I'm pretty sure it's shelf stable, and they only put it in the refrigerated section because that's where people, like, look for their milk. Isn't that true? Isn't it still good? I may be wrong about that, but I feel like there's a marketing gimmick there where they just put it in the... We do want this now. Refrigerated section to trick people. Oh, there's 2 varieties. Okay, so that's why I got confused. I'll take your word for it. I think we want this in case this is a Gremlin pack or something. Well, that is indeed the big sad. What? That did not work like I thought it was going to work. What? That can't be right. Art says, deal 15 damage, gain 1 artifact. What? Maybe it's because of the periods on the card. Like, it deals 15 damage, and then that resolves, and then you gain 1 artifact. Deal 15 damage, period. Gain 15 artifact, period. Exhaust, period. My instinct was that these two resolve before this stuff. I was intending to block the vulnerable. Sad face? It worked out, but not at all what I was expecting. How did the Searing Blow deck go? It went for a while. You know, it went for a while. It was very cool, but it ended up falling on Donu and Deka, unfortunately. Ultimately, like, I think what maybe we came to the conclusion of, like, with that deck was that maybe I needed to take the corruption in Act 2, because the deck, like, we just couldn't get through the deck fast enough to do the thing that we were trying to do with it. So it was a shame. It was a sad face for sure. It was a good meme, but in the end, you know, we may have also with darkness. We may have also gone too deep with the Searing Blow upgrades. I think we got to +9 or 10 in the very end, which is excessive. Excessive in a good way, but still excessive. Yeah, the dark orbs are cool. I like that we have Doom and Gloom and Darkness now. Getting Darkness upgraded and proccing these two. We don't have Cracked Core, and our only other orb generation at this point is Zap. So we can go really deep on these dark orbs potentially. And then we have Reinforced Body and Go for the Eyes. I guess Steam Barrier as well for block potential. Kind of like where we're at with this. I'm gonna hang on to this stuff, which means I have to get Darkness upgraded. Oh, spooky. Choose to draw 2 here with our Happy Flower. Sure. Well, we'll hang on to... maybe we hang on to Core Surge for Beam Cell. That's going to do that much more damage. Yeah, seems right. Oh, baby. Got 18? Get that second one cooking as soon as possible. So now we're looking for Darkness again. Not the Doom and Gloom. I mean, we could do the Doom and Gloom, but... do the Doom and Gloom again? I suppose, because then we can dual cast the front one, maybe next turn, and then play Darkness after that. And then we have 3 of them. They're really close to just killing. It's good. I like this. We're in a good place. This is what I don't know. Do you ever darkness first? And then we could potentially just dual cast next turn for also 36. We dual cast darkness now. The next turn is 36. Single it. Maybe it's the same. Otherwise, we could darkness dual cast this turn. Or we just hang on to dual cast. there's too many options. I don't know what's right. 6-8. All right, we got our free turn here. We'll try to dump as much as we can to get around to. We have dual cast. Get around to darkness again. Actually, maybe we do this. It's pretty good. This is 48. We could zap for 24 and then dual cast this next turn for 48. Got him. Multicast? Or energy? I don't really like taking Sozu, but 4 energy is 4 energy with a runic pyramid. You kind of need it. I'd like to go to a shop. We'll go to this early shop here, and then we'll make our way to maybe 2 late elites, depending on how things are going. Why Sozu over Busted Crown? There's a lot of cards that we have yet to pick up. I think Busted Crown at the end of Act 1 is almost always a mistake. We're at 21 cards, and 4 of them are currently strikes that are useless. So there's just too many pieces that we're currently missing for the deck. So if we remove 2 of our 3 card choices for the rest of the game, we're rarely going to be able to build into something that actually can be successful. The Busted Crown, like the one exception where Busted Crown is a lot better, is if you've happened to pick up a question card in Act 1, which we have not. This turn does not spark joy. Ditch our Gambler's Brew. It does spark pain. This is the problem. This might be both of our potions, depending on how things go. Oh, we can multicast for 5. We can multicast for 5. Oh, you can't see the third bird's intent? Okay. Well, if it happens again, I'll swap things around. Intent doesn't matter. Apparitions with Runic Pyramid. We lose a lot of HP here, though. But we do have 3 campfires coming up. This is basically a win condition on its own. Yeah, this hurts. Like, so one of the main things you're thinking about when you're thinking about bites and apparitions is whether or not you lose current HP. Sometimes if you're at half health, let's just say, and you take apparitions, if you've just started out, you're thinking, well, I'm losing all this max HP, but where you are currently in the game, here on floor 20 or whatever, you're currently losing nothing because in this hypothetical situation, you're at half HP. In this instance, we're losing 26 HP, and that's a lot. I'm almost certain this saves us 26 HP in the long run. I mean, by almost certain, it's basically guaranteed. Mr. Stisma, good morning to you as well. The only real downside with these apparitions is they're gonna clog up three of our campfires, because they kind of have to be upgraded for them to even really function in this style of deck. So honestly, not the worst thing ever, but it is maybe a consideration. Charge battery plus. Absolutely. Oh, and Dolly's mirror. What is this? Plus. Yes. Absolutely. So we're going to Dolly's mirror a apparition. And then there's also Apotheosis, I recognize. And then we're going to remove a strike. Unfortunately, if that shop was here, if we had gone here and gotten Dolly's mirror and we had upgraded a single apparition, that would have been perfect. But instead, now we have to waste. We have to use 4 campfires to upgrade all of our apparitions. Do I play any other deck building games? So, like in recent history, I looked at people playing Retropolis, and I'm kind of waiting for that to get out of early access, if it's still in early access. What's that one game that came out, like One Step from Eden? I was looking at that recently. But otherwise, like Slay the Spire is the primary card or deck building game that I've been playing in the last year now, straight. And hello, human. Good evening. I don't think we're going to end up taking this book because our campfires are already used up on these apparitions, so we can't really ever get that HP back. In some worlds, it's depressing. In some worlds, I lost my train of thought. I don't know. In some worlds, something happens. You could take, like, Necronomicon or something, and then the apparitions just save you from taking all that damage. I don't know. I'm sad now. Everything is backwards. Everything is backwards. We're still in a good place. We're still getting these apparitions upgraded. We've still got 4 energy. Not bad. And we have successfully removed quite a lot of strikes already. We're down to 2, so we're doing good work. And we have multicast? I mean, come on. This is already 80, 90, I can't even count that high. This is so much damage. So we have Gremlin Horn, which is going to give us enough energy to kill both of these guys if we multicast this single Dark Orb. Yeah. It's got to be worth it. You tried a new tea, please share. 2 new teas. Are they the same Harney and Sons? Is that what we were using before? Drinking before? I'm actually cheating. I'm not having tea right now. I'm having coffee, as the name of the stream would imply. Let's get Doom and Gloom back. We got like nothing to do. Maybe that was wrong. Like maybe it was better to pull back Compile Driver just so we drew more cards, but I like Doom and Gloom for next turn. We've got Apparition ready to go. Ooh. We got 2 left. That's alright. This Dark Orb is a cookin'. Sometimes this works and kills this guy. Then we get our energy back. Pretty good. So let me see if we ever block this. This is 24. We have 10, 16, 21, 26. Could have also just done a reinforced body somewhere in there. We're pretty safe here. You can do 60, and we almost have a kill next turn then. Sure. Got him. Pick up an Akabeko. Chance at an Hyper Beam, and there's the Turbo I was asking for. We get Turbo Multicast. That is definitely a thing. All right, so right off the bat, we have Turbo Multicast. We're basically just looking for a Doom and Gloom, and we've almost got the kill on these guys. That was Happy Flower. I bet that was pretty close, actually. I should have thought about that. That would have been 8 energy. 8 times 18 is plus some Gremlin Horn action. We may just be at a kill right now. But I'm going to keep going forward as if we're not. I mean, this has got to be it, right? When is this ever not just killing all of them? We got there. Art of War is incredible. Oh, this Toxic Egg is being so good to us. Hologram, a second hologram to pull back Darkness again. Hey, Omega Weapon. Whoa, I missed. Green tea and coconut, ginger and chamomile. I do not have either of those ones, I don't think. And I have a lot of those Arnie and Sons teas. What is unupgraded Apparition? Ethereal? Yes, it's ethereal. That's why we're prioritizing all of them for upgrades with Runic Pyramid. Omega Weapon. Yeah, we got the boss relic swaps. To be fair, the other options were not that good. This was not intended to be an OP meme run, but it is. Sometimes it do be like that. You know how it is. Okay, so we have all these apparitions upgraded. We could get multicast upgraded. Also our other hologram. Also reinforced body. Man, we got really good upgrades here. I think I'm going to prioritize these guys less. We'll go for the multicast. Wow. Well, next turn we have 6 energy with Art of War and Happy Flower. Okay. Need Chem-X. We absolutely need Chem-X. No quotey fingers. It's a hard need. So this is 21. 21, 28. So we end up taking 2. Or we use an apparition. I think we need to save our apparitions, maybe? Basically, the next turn that we have Happy Flower, we're hoping that we have Turbo in hand, and then we can multicast and kill basically everything. So, yeah, so that's the upgrade to Darkness. So Darkness, just the regular card, is Channel 1 Dark. Then the plus is Trigger the Passives. So we prioritize that upgrade in the beginning of, or at the end of Act 1, sorry. Okay. Oh, take 3, my bad. At this point, we need to dump hand space. So we lose our Art of War proc, but we get rid of these stinky strikes. So if we're able to dump 5 cards this turn, which we should be able to do, we'll have Turbo, Hologram for Darkness, and Multicast as well with an Apparition. Somewhere in there, that's got to be a kill. It's got to be. The real question is how do we dump 5 cards if we want Art of War next turn? That means we can't use this Go for the Eyes. So we're using like Charge Battery, Defend, we're like wasting an Apparition. Also, the zap is kind of a problem. All right, we're going to do this a different way then. Nice. Okay, now we draw all 4. Hey, Jay McCool. So we can go to 9 energy. Proc this 10 times. So we have 9 times 42 on the boss. I believe that's more than 300. And if it's not, we'll get 1 energy back from killing this guy anyway. Got him. All right, chance at a Meteor Strike. Hyper Beam, Machine Learning, we don't need any of this. Sometimes Meteor Strike works, though. No, if we had Ice Cream, maybe Meteor Strike would be more interesting. We could do Meteor Strike and then do our Darkness nonsense and get a huge multicast, but I don't think we need that at all. Inserter. I don't know if we really care about Inserter in this deck. Yeah, Meteor Strike would be pretty cool in this deck, but I'm just not convinced that we need it. Like, we're killing everything with our Apparitions and Dark Orbs as is. There's no downside to Inserter. I mean, that's true. And we could continue to proc Dark Orbs, but again, I just don't think we need it. We're not generating any other orbs outside of Dark Orbs here. We could maybe even get rid of Zap at this point over a Strike. We're casting it that little. I'm going to do Black Star. We're forced into our Emerald Key path, and we're really good against elites right now with these 4 Apparitions, so I think we're all right. Get a few extra relics out of it, hopefully. 157 Spire bucks. Here is our Flaming Elite here, and it's Flaming Elite, Campfire Elite. And then we can get another 3rd Elite back here, so potential for 6 relics at least. This relic is our Sapphire Key. So we're going to go to this early shop and then go on to face the Angry Bird. I'm going to start this combat and step away for just a minute. I will be right back. Okay. Got this nerd. I think, if anything, this deck is kind of lacking on, like, turn 1 setup kind of block. Once we get our hand full and we've got a bunch of cards going, we're in a good place. But until then, we are not in a good place. Yes, Boot Sequence is definitely a card. Anchor is a relic. There's a lot of good options that we could pick up along the way here. No Apparition to be found. But we are on 6 energy. Doesn't end up mattering at all. We have no other... Well... We do have multicast coming around. There it is. Okay. Defrag plus. Yoink. And now the Mummified Hand. I mean, you don't even need to think about it, right? It's just too good. Make sure we get a full 5 draw. I could have probably dumped this other defend. Well, maybe. Now we wait for Turbo. Or we could just wait for... Or we could just use Art of War, rather. Sorry, I'm new at this game. Please. Please, I have feeling. Recursion? Recursion for 0? Sometimes. The issue with this deck is really just card draw. We need, like, I don't know if Cool-Headed Plus is the answer, but something like that. Overclock Plus is kind of that thing, but then we can't remove a strike. We might just need the overclock, honestly, at this point. Recursion does not reset the Dark Orbs. That's why it's so good here. Okay, let's take that guy. Yes. That helps our turn 1 block a lot. Maybe it's time to get rid of Beam Cell. Yeah, I think I'm good with that. It hasn't done that much for us for quite a while. Man, it's cold in here. Literally never killed this stupid head. Fortunately for us, Giant Head only has 8 metallicize and not plus max percent max HP. That's when we get into a real sticky situation. I'm gonna opt not to play the charge battery or the strike here. I want the Art of War proc. Okay. This is definitely better. We can Doom and Gloom Darkness. We might end up doing Reinforced Body. Just to not take 3. And I think Reptomancer, of all the fights, turn 2 Reptomancer is way too punishing, in my opinion, on Ascension 20. When she's summoning 2 daggers and there's 2 things hitting you for 50, she's hitting you for like 66, and you have 2 more things hitting you for 18. It's just an obscene amount of damage. So if you get a bad draw, your run's just over. Like it just is what it is. Giant Head is at least interesting because you have time, and if your deck scales or does anything really, you can beat him. And even if your deck is kind of lacking in damage, there's the slow debuff, which is really interesting that you can play around. So there's skill involved with playing around slow as well. Because if we were to open up with Doom and Gloom Strike here and then play Charge Battery, well, we've lost damage. Well, I think it's a cool fight. That said, we have to play Darkness after Doom and Gloom, so it looks a little weird. And if we want to reinforce body, it has to be Doom and Gloom, Darkness, reinforce body. We don't actually get this strikeout. Okay. Haven't found our holograms or our recursion yet. That's what we're really looking for. There's our defrag. That's a good get though. Yeah, without hologram, has to be an apparition this turn, and we might end up using this strike as well, just to dump hand space. Otherwise, we're at 7 cards and we're only ever drawing 3 next turn, and that's just too slow. Even this, we're only drawing 4, and I think that's also too slow. But we can't really afford to dual cast this Dark Orb. I mean, actually, we can, because we'll still have one big one at the front. Yeah, we are going to have like a really big spike with Turbo. We're going to basically next turn we're not attacking because we're going to do Art of War, Happy Flower, and then the following turn we're using Turbo multicast, hopefully to get the kill. That's going to be our biggest power spike. So we're looking to do holograms and stuff next turn for Darkness. So I think this is probably correct. I think I'll agree with that. And then we get a full draw. And it works out. Oh, are we meant to dual cast and then recursion there? I think we were. I think I messed that up. Oh well. Order. Haha. There is no order command because no one's made it yet. Ha ha ha. How much energy do we have next turn? This is 6, 9, so we have a 10 multicast turn. That's 48. 48 times 10, 480 damage. So we're actually short. We're short next turn by a very small amount. So order mattered here. Yeah, we're short by 3 damage. Dang it. Turns out that your card order does matter. We get 10 casts because we have multicast plus 1. Oh, we can hologram Turbo. You guys are so smart. Oh my god. Look at these guys. You guys are so smart. Oh. Oh, we got ourselves a run now. Got Ice Cream and Tori? Excuse me? This is the greatest Flaming Elite ever. I appreciate you guys helping me out. A little bit goes a long way sometimes. It's a delicious ice cream. I think we could pretty safely recall here, but I think we we're going this path, so we'll have 2 more campfires to do that. I'll do it now, though. Let's get it out of the way. Okay. Thank you, apparition. Oh my god. It's like for a moment, I was a little scared. Little scared. If Reptomancer, I don't know, we can't see her backpack. I'm hoping one of these yellow straps is a backpack of preparation or whatever it's called. Bag-o preparation. We have a Gremlin Horn as well. The pretty good second turn at least. All right, 24. We have 15, 18. Not quite enough. Let's go ahead and dump some hand space. Maybe another apparition. Maybe. Of course, the one time Reptomancer like summons after attacking on turn 2. This is a rare event. So we want to dual cast and then. Wait, do we just have it? I think we just have it with multicast. It's a lot of damage. Never mind. Pocket Watch and Boot. Boot sequence. Yeah. As much as I hate to water down our turn 1 with a boot sequence, you can't really pass up boot plus boot sequence, right? And then we have Pocket Watch with boot sequence as well, so our turn 2 is a lot safer. I think it's a good get. Oh, Anger too. Both thing. You did call the boot sequence. I was there. I remember. I don't think we're going to take the second turbo, even though we have Ice Cream, so it doesn't really have a downside other than that we have to draw it. And I think the fact that we have to draw it at this point is a big enough downside to where I don't want to take it. At this point, we want to keep the deck thin. It's already doing the thing we need it to do. Speaking of which, we'll just do a Pocket Watch play here. It is too bad we couldn't remove a card, but we have such a nice amount of gold right now. Three additional cards, so we can afford to play one more if we want to. Especially not with Ice Cream. We don't need to do that. Okay. This is so far been the real downside to this deck, is finding our way to the Dark Orb stuff. Yeah. This is my true nemesis. I've got 154? Good fight. Reinforced body plus. Sometimes that's really good. This is a card that does a thing. It's a pretty good thing. We have one other copy of Reinforced Body, and the real downside to Reinforced Body is if we're saving up for a big multicast, then it kind of ruins that. But honestly, at that point, with a single defrag and darkness in the deck, I think we're fine. Take it. The Ma. Thank you, Boot. I like to respect the boot when I can. Get hologram back. Charge battery. Go for the eyes. Basically, I just want to be able to draw 5 next turn. I can't recursion, can't use any of this. Don't want to use any of this other stuff. We could just blow boot sequence here, actually. I think that's fine. The reinforced bodies are presenting an interesting challenge. Okay. You could recursion dual cast. That's a good idea. I hadn't thought about that one. This is a lot. Nice. Tempest plus? I don't think so. Charge battery plus is pretty good, though. I don't know, man. I'm kind of struggling here. We keep getting presented with all these really good cards. It pays for itself with ice cream. I really like this. I know I was talking about cutting back on the number of cards that we have, but I like that one. I think we take a nap. Sometimes it saves us. It's cold in here. Yes. My favorite thing about Darkness Plus is that it procs itself as it summons the Dark Orb. It was like really counterintuitive to me when I first started playing. I thought the Darkness Plus just wasn't that good of a card at all. Unless you had another form of Dark Orbs, but the fact that that works is really nice. Alright, I think we're going to break Art of War here. 45. Quick math says that 50 times 12 is more than all that. Times 13. Darkstone Periapt, the white beast statue. Oh, baby. Hey, I don't pretend to be that special at much, but I am a bit of an arithmagician. Does it require you to play defrag first the only time defrag order matters? Yeah, we got the dream combo. I know, the white beast statue, Sozu. That does happen. It's like the last time I streamed, we did a boss relic swap into ectoplasm, and then we got like old coin, bank. There was like one other gold. We had 3 gold relics, and I don't know if that's the sole reason why we lost, but it didn't help, to say the least. Take 3 for Pocket Watch. Was it? It might have been Ceramic Fish. I mean, it wasn't Courier, and it wasn't Membership Card, so we're running a little low on gold relics at that point. It might have been Ceramic Fish. I think we'll take the 3. Get the ice cream, get the Pocket Watch, make for a better turn 2. Oh, Tori, take 1. I'm sorry, Tori, I completely forgot. How disrespectful. $14. So you go to 16. If we hologram back Doom and Gloom, play Darkness, we can recursion the front one and then strike, and that's a kill. $18.24. Alternatively, we could Darkness, hologram back Darkness, strike. That's also a kill. I think the Doom and Gloom's just better though, because then we get damage on this guy. Tori will be heavily recognized in the hard fight, hopefully, right? This is 1622. Okay. It's a good turn. What's our ideal scenario here? I kind of have to think about that. I wish we had a recycle. If we had a recycle, this would be a lot easier. Could thin out this, like, zap. Maybe we'll pick one up in the Act 4 shop. Assuming we make it. Assuming we make it. Because at this point, I think we can multicast next turn and knock the bird out. Or at least we're close. If we just Apparition defend. So we're not drawing a lot here. Do we care if we're drawing a lot? I think we do. So maybe we want to play this defend as well. Just go deep with the overclock. No, I'm gonna pass. Really hoping for turbo. So we have 24 times 11. That's 264, I think. Not quite there. Yeah, really want that recycle. Makes this all so much easier. There's turbo. We want turbo for phase 2. So what we want to multicast, get them out of phase 1. We want turbo into phase 2, and then we'll use hologram to pull back multicast, and then the second dark orb will kill him in phase 2. But we have to draw through to those cards first. There's the problem. We could actually zap and just use these 2 dark orbs. It's not terrible. It's not good either, because we're wasting an energy, basically. And we need to get to... The next turn is about a kill, currently. But we only draw 1. We could also dual cast this guy, again, since we only need 2 orbs. Okay. We could play Zap, Defend. We draw all 4. We draw our kill condition. And we'll have 30 times 9 with multicast. 30 times 9, 270. Actually won't have enough damage then. So we would have to play just one of these. I think we just play the Zap. Okay. Yeah, I'll have Turbo. The idea with Turbo is we'll use it for the next phase. So we'll knock him out with multicast here, and then we can hologram back the multicast Turbo and hopefully get him next turn just with this Dark Orb. We'll one-shot him next turn too. I think we've got it, right? Got 300 damage here. This doesn't really matter. Make sure we pull back the multicast. All right. We've got 42 times 9. That is more than enough. It does count as a kill on the horn. It's kind of strange, right? It doesn't make much sense to me either. But hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. All right, so we've got our 2 Dark Orbs cooking already. So now we just have to survive. Shouldn't be too hard. We kind of want Art of War. If it kind of means that we're hanging on to Go for the Eyes forever, though. This is fine. We can just use that. Use this. Well, let's use this instead. We can just use these apparitions too, since we're getting attacked next turn no matter what. Defrag seems good. So we have multicast. I should like stop and think what we're actually trying to do here. Are we just using our apparitions until we do a giant multicast to kill both of them at the same time? It would work. Use this too then. If that's the case, probably want to get around to this other apparition, which means we're dumping hand space. We could hologram back Turbo when we get hologram again. So we'll do this. We still have Akabiko. We haven't hit him a single time. Okay, well, this is now actively a small problem. We haven't gotten around to our other apparition, and we're pretty low on defense. So we might want to use like Recursion, Doom and Gloom, and then we need to pull Dual Cast to get rid of this Lightning Orb, which is in our draw pile. And then we'll just use this single orb to kill. Our panic button, so to speak, is our 2 copies of Reinforced Body. Thank you, Boot. Respect the Boot. Should respect you back. Did I overplay? I think I overplayed there. Yes, I did. Not that big of a problem. We were meant to keep 6 cards in hand, so we only drew 4. Now that we're drawing 5, we can't use hologram to do much of anything. Oh, whoops. Okay. Now we must consider. I think we're close. Oh, Mega Weapon. Oh, no. All right, let me usurp the throne. Gotta open up my channel points. It's been a minute. We've had a chat royal for quite some time. What inevitably happens is, like, I get done editing this, and then somebody takes it right back by the time I look. There we go. Should be all changed. Okay, so we have 400 times 11. It's a lot. Got him. Even saved an apparition. All right, got 125 Spire bucks. We'll make our way to the Act 4 elites. I wish we had a peace pipe here. There's not too much to upgrade. Maybe we upgrade like the second hologram, though we're not really cycling through the deck that much. We might have to in the hard fight. We might as well. I mean, upgraded hologram is just good. Alternatively, the reinforced body is, I'll take as an honorable mention. Equilibrium Plus. Didn't get the recycle. I was really hoping to see the recycle plus here. I'll just remove a strike and call it good. I think strike is actively worse than zap, which we're hardly ever using anyway, because it deactivates Art of War. It's that close. They're both equally, well, they're both just bad. All right, you stinky Act 4 elites. Let's see what we got. Strike does activate. Akabiko, you're right. Yeah, you're good. Don't worry about it. I mean, not to an extreme, but that's fine. So we for sure want to proc the Pocket Watch for next turn, which doesn't guarantee another apparition draw. But I'm kind of deciding if I want to use an apparition on turn 1. We do get good value out of it. We can apparition, Doom and Gloom, hologram, back Doom and Gloom, I guess, for a second Dark Orb if we want it. And then we full block, which sounds good. Next turn's spooky, but we'll have Boot Sequence and Pocket Watch with that order. Lose Art of War, though. All right. 40 damage, my dude. So we never block for 40. So this is another good apparition turn. If it's a good apparition turn, that probably means that it's another Pocket Watch turn if we can swing it, because these burns are going to leave and we'll play 3 cards. So that's going to clear up 5. Well, we'll have a full dry, I guess. If we wanted to break Pocket Watch, we could use the overclock here and have just a bigger turn in general. We do have 5 energy we can play around with. Like, this isn't a bad turn at all to go a little bit hard and try to get into our multicast and get the setup in hand. Hey, there is darkness and an apparition. So we're currently taking 1 damage. Which kind of sucks. We could stop here. We have... well, we'd only draw 3. I don't think we do that. We can darkness. Maybe we take 1, so we have apparition plus boot sequence for next turn. But we're always doing this. Maybe we recursion first. hits this guy. We can actually do Doom and Gloom, Darkness, and Recursion. Okay. It does do 6 less damage this turn, but then we have our like most powerful orb up front, so I don't really see any other way around that. I feel okay about it. Need hand space, because we need multicast. This is fine. Thank you, Boot. There's multicast. So that probably means that we do the boot sequence this turn then. Multicast next turn. Spooky damage. This is 560 damage here up front. I think we got it. All right, Black Star gives us an ink bottle, a bronze scales, and chance at a turbo plus. Also maybe a reboot. I don't think we want the reboot. I still think the worst part about turbo is having to draw turbo at this point. Like, we do want to draw turbo, but at the same time, well, we do have Pocket Watch. Yeah, we have Pocket Watch. I think this is okay. Okay. Ooh, if you kill something mid-X cast with a horn proc, does the energy go to your reserves or add to the X cost? So it would go to your reserves. Like with Ice Cream, I guess, in this scenario, because like the multicast has been cast at how much energy you have when you use it, if that makes sense. This turn one kind of sucks. I think we're hanging on to Hologram for better things, but we can just charge Battery Turbo and go next turn. We'll have Pocket Watch, Art of War, don't have Happy Flower. We could have set up Happy Flower better for this fight. I did not do that on the Act 4 elites, but we did have an extra apparition in that fight we could have used to get Happy Flower at 2. I'll call that a mistake. How fun is it to play Reboot and draw the same hand? It's, you know, it's things like that that keep me coming back, honestly. I love the trolly nature of the game sometimes. This turn also kind of sucks. So we could just use Tori here and take 15 if we wanted to. We have both holograms. We don't really have anything to hologram. I mean, basically at this point, we have to get as close as we can to guaranteeing an apparition draw next turn, which means we have to play at least 5 cards this turn. We have no orbs at all. We're way behind on our dark orbs. And I don't know, we're looking at maybe leaning into Ink Bottle, maybe? But yeah, we're looking at Tori. We're taking 15, maybe slightly less than 15 this turn. We can use, go for the eyes isn't particularly useful, but we can use it. Again, just to drop hand space. Yeah, this fight's looking kind of sketchy. We needed to get our Dark Orbs out front at the very start. Pretty badly. What's worse, Slimed or Strike? We could do both. Thank you, Boot. Taking 15 here is really rough. I think it'll be easier for us to avoid taking 15 in the future, though, with the reinforced bodies and stuff. Good job, Bronze Scales. Okay, we did pull the apparition, barely. Got our defrag, still no Dark Orbs. Yikes. Yeah, this is really bad. Just the draw order alone might cost us the fight. Ink Bottle. Pulling in the wound. Guess that means we have to turbo, yeah? Okay, we finally got a single copy of Darkness, so we can use it 3 times with our hologram, and then we have our reinforced bodies to go through for some other turns. We're looking to Apparition for damage, Bronze Scales for damage, or not Apparition, sorry, Recursion for damage is what I meant. Okay. I don't think we care as much about the Art of War anymore since we have both reinforced bodies and there's a pretty high likelihood we have to use them to get through, wow, these next few turns. Draw 1 with Ink Bottle if we just play Defend here. Like, we're getting close to wanting to multicast on turns like this. I don't think we do, because we're not getting Happy Flower or Art of War next turn, so Reinforced Body isn't going to be enough on 4 energy to... Well, maybe it will be, but probably won't be enough to full block whatever's coming in. And we can't pull back... I guess Go for the Eyes won't matter. We can't break the artifact. We can also save Ink Bottle for next turn. We're drawing a full 5 here. Defend is... It's useful when we have... when we want to play Apparitions and save some HP. The Beat of Death. Okay. So we don't die. We do have Tori. Takes us pretty low. Hello? We got emotional support now. Saving Turbo is actually a really interesting idea for these reinforced bodies. I like that, actually. So now we're in a bit of a strange situation where we don't have any flat block. We can just take the 15. Like, that is an option. But our ability to do damage... I don't know. So let's say we draw an Apparition. Does that mean that we... what? Reinforce Body, then? Probably not. See, it's like it's a really weird position to be in. A good kitty. He's here for support. He's doing a good job. Oh, he's gonna go in my lamp. It might get a little dark. Never mind. His butt was on the power button for my tower. That's a non-starter for me. No, no, no. So I think we can accept 15 here, because in the future we would be able to Apparition Reinforced Body and full block every time. So this might be a good 15 to actually take for us if we're ever going to actually get through this fight, which is the hard part at this point. We have to reduce our hand space. So I guess the question comes, like, What do we actually play here? If we want to play cards, are we playing Recursion? We can't play that many, but we need to play 5. All our block is right here. I guess no matter what, if we clear 3 spaces, we're guaranteed to draw an apparition next turn. Also, using a reinforced body at this point might not even be a bad idea, because we have... Like, multicast is way overkill. We don't need this much energy. It's too much energy at this point. I think I'm actually okay using a reinforced body here. Just obviously not first. We'll use, like, recursion maybe last. So if we do dual cast... No. Yeah, maybe like a... dual cast, recursion, doom and gloom, reinforced body. We end up taking 3 damage, I think, total. We lose 3. Reinforced body would be 11 times 9. So that's actually overkill. Can we do 7 times 9? Yes. So we can use our weaker reinforced body in that situation. And we'll save the big reinforced body for a turn where we have to apparition reinforced body to survive, if that arises. Okay, so what did I say? We're doing dual cast recursion. Oh, I really wish we didn't have to take... We could overclock. Don't think I want to. Guess we take 2 no matter what, right? Okay, so let me just double check my math one more time. We're taking 60. This is 7 times 11. Easy math, honestly. Okay. This is enough. And then we go down to 5 cards because of the burn. Cool. Get 'em thorns. Okay. So now we can apparition, steam barrier, and probably just multicast this turn. And then I think we 4 times. Well, we don't quite hit the damage cap, but it's close. Oh, defend. Why are you here? Like, sometimes we just go for the eyes here, just to get out of our hand, right? Yeah, man, 5 damage per turn. Don't count it out, because now we can do dual cast, multicast, and it's below the damage cap for 2 turns. So in theory, depending on our draw, we're safe. Alternatively, it would have been nice to get Doom and Gloom out of our hand here, but, you know, we would have had Zap here anyway, so. Thank you, Boot. How do we ever get to our win condition from here, though? Wait, did I just... Maybe I wasn't meant to break Art of War there. I don't know. Save Turbo. All right, 49. And we have Turbo plus Hologram. I like that a lot. So let's see if we can save this Apparition in case this fight goes really long. Currently we're at... let's see here. We're at 45 block, minus 342. So if we went to... This would be 72. So we can very easily save our Apparition this turn. The energy on Turbo is crooked. Do you guys see that? It's gain 3 energy, but the energy is crooked on the card. It's straight. It's not tilted. You see that? I've never noticed that before. The energy is straight, Turbo is crooked. Well, I mean, okay. Literally unplayable. Okay. I have to think about this this turn slightly more, because if we what we hologram back is really important, because if we don't have reinforced body for the multi-attack turn, we end up taking 15 damage. I still think we're okay there. Not convinced that really matters, but sometimes it does. So if we just reinforce body, we go to 5 cards, 6 cards. Can we do 7? Oh no, 6 times 54 minus 3? What? Yeah. Okay, we're still good. I want to get rid of this defend, I think. Now we get a full 5 draw. Hey, it's Turbo number 2. Ah, how much is this? 6 times 15 is 90 damage points. We do have our dual cast. It's only 124 damage, but we have Thorny Boys coming in hot too. So we would go to, with Turbo, we go to 10. Hologram plus dual cast, it puts us on 8. So it's 72. How much was this? 6 times 15? 90? Maybe we do just want to use one of our apparitions here. We're so close to the win. But then we still want to reinforce body to block the full 15, most likely. We don't have a lot of other big block cards outside of Charge Battery Plus. Hey. It would be nice to multicast this turn because all the bronze scales damage goes to next turn. I think we could have. If we had just pulled back Charge Battery because of the apparition, we would have been mostly fine. And then we could have done the multicast. Darkness is coming around. We have recursion plus darkness as well. Like, I'm pretty sure the kill is here. Don't get me wrong. I'm being really nitpicky at the end. Sure. Turbo Doom and Gloom here? Sometimes. Doom and Gloom Strike? And next turn we have... No, that doesn't... Well, yeah. It does work. And then we have multicast. Okay. Got him. G. Oh, we took 3. Oh, well. Nice try, guy. Wow. That was a really fun one. GG with the meme deck? Is it a meme deck if it wins, though? I don't know, man. Even Runic Pyramid on 3 energy, just getting it it's still my favorite relic in the game by far. The way it changes, just the dynamics is so cool. I like it a lot. It's a ton of fun. So shall I. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, Runic Pyramid floor 0. I mean, apparitions plus Dolly's Mirror. It was still an unfortunate order. We got the apparitions, then we got Dolly's Mirror for the 4th apparition, then we got the Toxic Egg after that. We did have the 4 campfires to burn to upgrade them, but you know, if you could just invert the order and get the Toxic Egg earlier, that would have been nice. Losing with Apparitions Pyramid it's tough. It's really tough to lose with Apparitions Pyramid. Something else has to be going tragically wrong. You just find no damage at all, or I don't know what. Turbos were cool. Ice Cream was a lot of fun. Tori did so much work for us on the hard fight, and maybe a few other places saved us some HP. But all in all, that was a really fun one for me.